Yo, it's your boy Turn the Black, man. It's July 31st, Thursday night football happening right now. The Hall of Fame game, preseason. Shout out to us. I better say San Diego, Los Angeles Chargers, and in Detroit. In a couple weeks, me and Zeus gonna start back up on our show and everything, man. About you'll hear more about it probably around the second week of August. Everything we got big plans on that one. I just really wanted. I know a lot of things going on with the Gilbert Arenas stories. Like he post bail. There ain't really much to talk about that. We gotta see how that play out. Okay, who's the Chargers quarterback? You look familiar. Oh, that's Trey Lance. Okay, I forgot Trey Lance was went to the Chargers. That's dope. All right, sorry about that. I got distracted. Yeah, that's gonna play itself out. More on the Sydney Sweeney situation, which is, hey, people just going crazy and crazy. I want to finish that video. As my goal had on that. Battlefield 6 multiplayer reveal happened. Then I got multiple videos on the whole MasterCard Visa versus gamer situation because it's escalating now. So I'll talk about that a little. I might talk about that now. But before then, like, share, and subscribe. If y'all watch the replay, much love to y'all. If y'all people come here, I really appreciate it. Just trying to clean up from yesterday and everything because we went deep into the Sydney Sweeney situation. So like, share, and subscribe. So let's see where we at.
People into thinking that the way that they live and the way that they look is attractive. They want everybody else's mind to change and to conform around.
All right, so basically he's going through like everybody that's complaining about what in the hell? Oh, commercial hit me up. Just complaining about like not having a size at these stores, which Phoenix eloquently said, hey, those stores we actually had brands for us and you didn't support. You rather go to the stores over here and stores over there. So basically, Adam Gold is just talking about like how some of these people want brands to conform to them instead of them finding brands that actually want and celebrate them.
On them. So don't ever confuse yourself or trick yourself into thinking, oh, well, actually, they care about equal representation. No, they don't. She's being represented and you don't like it. That doesn't seem very equal at all.
Yeah.
Y2K brands when it came to like ostracizing people. But, Aeropostale and American Eagle were not too far off. Okay, they still carried things like a 000. They weren't as inclusive.
What's a 000?
Okay.
I see.
Hey, if you're a gun owner who wants to shoot better, then you're going to need to see this. It's the new Vanish Laser Strike training system, and it is.
I see. Okay. Right. Keep in mind. So look at what she's saying. She's saying that carrying a size is problematic. This is on her list of grievances. So these people don't want to be represented. They want to remove other people's representation. It's not enough for them that they have a 4X section. No, that's not enough. They have to actively remove people that are skinny and people who are thin. Skinny.
See, folks, like, here's the thing, man. Lazy folks always want to eliminate the competition instead of competing with the competition and make themselves better. And that's just basic thing on this. Like she have on mind where it's not fair that I have to work hard and make myself more, more fit and more attractive for the opposite sex or for attention in general, compared to these little small chicks that really don't have to do too much. So it's just it's one of those situations where you always gonna get that. It's always gonna be somebody looking at what you got and feel some type of way about it. It's the whole thing where, if your candle shine brighter than theirs, they want to blow yours out type shit.
Erasure. Yeah, exactly. And this is my point, right? Is that simply having a size, because there are women that are thin. I know this. Look, I've seen them on the internet. Okay, I'm not sure, right, personally, but I've seen them on the internet. They're selfish. Yeah, exactly. And this is what I'm saying. Yeah, it was like a video of China.
So when it came to their models or who they were hiring, like they did a little bit better than A&F, but not much, which is why this ad is not surprising.
It's not surprising.
Hold up. Let me make sure something. Check. All right, cool.
Off the bat, they went in with queer baiting. A lot of people thought they were teasing Renee Rapp and that this was going to be this big campaign.
Who's Renee Rapp?
Promote more inclusivity, but jokes on them.
How is it inclusivity when they don't promote a group of people? Like, I don't understand how inclusivity is promoting the same groups of people. This
is the crazy thing too, even with the whole idea of inclusivity, right? Or aren't, like, if they include and promote a type of lifestyle, type of body type of this, by definition, wouldn't that be excluding everyone else? I don't know. Maybe that was. See, this whole mindset is based off jealousy and emotion and slight ego, because like they feel like, hey, we need our time to shine type shit. Which, why do you need to take? You have a candle, it's shining. Go somewhere where it could shine brighter. Why do you have to blow out somebody else's candle? I mean, I don't get that mentality. Like, if somebody is comfortable within their skin, enjoying life, why do you feel that, well, because I'm not enjoying my life, I'm not getting what I really want out of life, I need to go and destroy this person's situation, or I need to force you to include me, and then I'm gonna get mad if I'm not getting any more recognition after you include me. It's crazy, man. It's just a dumbass line of thinking. Like, salute to you, Genesis One. It's like this, man. Like, I just don't get the fact that, like, if somebody's doing something and they shine and they doing their thing, right? I don't understand what makes you think that you deserve that piece of shine they got. I'm like this. I'm a type of person that's go and find my own lane type shit. If somebody roll me, they roll me. They don't, they don't. I don't know. That might be me, being loner most of my life in a lot of ways, or me just being introspective. Because the thing is, like, nobody's going to hell with you. Nobody's going to heaven with you. Why do you need to be included with anybody else's shine? Why won't you make your own shine? But that might make too much sense.
This doesn't really seem like it's inclusivity. It just seems like it's representation for a different group of people at the expense of another group. Like, is logic? Yeah, this isn't logic. And that's also a very good point here, is that these people are not using logic. They're just simply advocating for what they want. Renee Rapp is a lesbian singer. I don't even know who that is.
Me neither.
It was Sydney Sweeney.
The words we use are never unintentional. And so for American Eagle to say that Sydney Sweeney has good genes.
If they're so unintentional, then why'd you say If there's never words that you use that are unintentional, why are you using verbal pauses? Did you mean to use the verbal pause? No, of course you didn't. You'd never use a verbal pause if you could help it. It's just, again, it's
from your father, and you get your genes.
That's true.
See, what gets me is I really, 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 really hope American Eagle find a fine ass sister on the same type of time Sydney Sweeney is, and just have her promote some jeans to really like fuck up their mind. Cause like it's not even about the race thing. It's the fact either like this lady isn't bad looking. You know what I mean? She's not bad looking, but I'm getting a vibe. I'm not gonna say what the vibe is, but I'm getting a vibe because like it's always the odds. Like you'll like legit focus on it's the whole vibe is weird. And I heard about the knitting community, man. Like it gets crazy, but that's not a whole nother story. But like it's either people who they know they're unattractive, or I ain't gonna say no. If it's people that like either who's offended by this, they feel unattractive and unwanted, or they resent other people being attracted to something else. It comes from a place of hatred. Because like even I talk to like couple co-workers, you know, the sisters and everything. They even my wife, like they're like, oh, a lot of them didn't even know about the commercial. Then when they see the commercial, it's like, shit, I rock the jeans better than her. So they already got a mentality like, yeah, I'm happy she did that, but I rock the jeans better than her. Who cares? That's probably gonna be your average sister reaction. So this chick right here, I mean, like these are the crazies talking out about this.
By the way, that's by the way, I don't know if you know this, but I bet her parents probably have the same. I bet they're also black. I bet they probably have the same skin color as she does because of their genes. I bet I've got a pretty high probability of that one, huh?
Parents.
Yeah.
Her genes are blue. She wanted us all to know her genes are blue.
Yeah.
I should add this point. I love how she's talking about genes and all this, but she got blonde dye in her hair. I love the fact that she's doing that. It's almost like you feel inferior. You got inferiority complex. Because like for the life of me, I never understand the dyeing your hair. It's some chicks that work with, like if you like a Beyonce complexion, or you like, you know, got that Creole in you, that you know, you know, yellow bone, red bone. Okay, it makes sense. Yeah, you could kind of get away with because you got that tone that it kind of goes together. Like I wouldn't be mad if like Ice Spice went blonde, or like somebody like high yellow, red bone. I wouldn't mind that, but she's a little broad. I admit that, but like you over here talking about jeans and this and this and that, and got blonde dye in your hair, kind of weird to me, you know. And now, I mean, I know it's some African tribes that probably got streaks of blonde and stuff, and a lot of times it's because of I believe it's because of altitude and sun, something going on with that kind of because like sun does change your hair color if you're in a certain in a lot and stuff. I got like fucking little red streaks, not red streaks, but like beach, like sandy brown streaks in my locks sometimes, but when I was younger. So I know that happens. But like this not the case. She was trying to be cute with the blonde, you know. And it's cool, but the fact that you're talking about jeans and you talking about white supremacy with dyed blonde hair, it's just weird to me.
And this is not a far cry to say that it is the amping up of eugenics in this country.
I think that's a far cry. I think that.
So, okay. Well, man, I'm not gonna go back on the big A word, but I'm pretty sure she's on my body, my choice line of thinking. It's just remarkable how hypocritical it is. So I don't know if she's with that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna sit up and judge. I don't know yet if she's with that.
That's absolutely a far cry to say.
It is the ramping up of
I think it is. It's a bit of a far cry.
Choosing certain models, people to promote certain items.
Yeah.
I wonder where she with the school at. Real talk. I'm getting the vibe of the token black chick that resent a lot of stuff. I'm getting that vibe. I'm getting that I ain't gonna say Jordan Reed got that vibe. Jamaica, I get vibes like that because like I remember because I believe it or not I kind of went to schools on both sides of the tracks. You know what I mean? And when you go to school on both sides of the tracks, right? You deal with different type of sisters. And the hood, what I appreciate with the hood system, salute to you, Phoenix. What I appreciate with the hood sister, right, is that there's a lot of intelligent hood sisters. Like legit, like they see where they want to go and they want to go. They know what they want. The problem is they get so caught. Oh, hold up. What's going on? All right, bet. They kind of know what they want. They know they have a no telling, probably some socks or some shit. She look crazy like that. Anyway, gents, but like I know some hood chicks, right? That like are like entrepreneurs about their business and everything. Especially down here in Texas, like I don't know, maybe it's a generational thing. Because it was one, like the generation before some of the Gen X and stuff, they were just trying to get kids and get somebody to take care of them type stuff. There was a lot of that going on. My cousin them all fell, not all of them, but, fell victim of some of that stuff. But like, I know around my age group, like there was a lot of hustlers. Like a lot of people was doing, they put a loan out to get like a pressing machine for, do t-shirts, and they were doing like I was teaching. I mean, I ain't gonna say teach. Yeah, I taught a couple of my female classmates about like how the computer stuff, and they kind of took that and went a whole nother level with it and everything. It's just a different mindset. So the hood chick that wants to get out, they're gonna be smart as hell, and they're not really gonna be worried about this stuff like that because they trying to get out. I bet I'm getting a vibe. She probably one of those type of black sisters that went to an all-white school and got all the little jabs and everything. Because one thing about if you're going to like a majority white school, yeah, you're gonna get some of them assholes they're gonna try to remind you about the 12% do the most crime type of shit and all that stuff. Like a lot of that stuff like that, which you learn how to kind of deal with that in a good way. Like one person tried to say that stuff. I said, well, you know what? I might be your brother-in-law one day because his sister liked me. So yeah, I played that game on him, and I didn't hear that shit no more out of him. But hey, it'd be like that. It's not about what they do; it's about how you react to it. And it seemed like this person had been holding this stuff in, got resentment. She probably was like the brothers at the school probably overlooked her for a girl like Sydney that is what it is. So I'm getting that vibe. I'm just getting that vibe. I don't know. Maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe I'm putting 10 on 20. But hey,
that look like what they want their customers to look like.
Can Sydney Sweeney stop?
Yeah, obviously that's the reason why people want it. That's why they use attractive people for Abercrombie and Fitch. It's that they want to look at attractive people. People want to wear clothes and they want to imagine themselves looking attractive. I don't know, like I don't know what she was knitting there, but hopefully it wasn't clothes for a person to wear because she obviously doesn't understand the apparel business. This is a problem.
Appealing to the incel market.
Because nobody wants to look like you. That's the reality. Nobody wants to look like you.
All right. See, the crazy thing about it, they're going to misinterpret that saying because they only seeing race and everything. I sure am telling her life story because I'm like, Why you care way too much about this shit? Like legit, you got on TikTok to complain about an advertisement that, in the grand scheme of things, first of all, you look like you make your own clothes. The motherfucker look like, I'm not talking about him, I'm talking about the lady, but she like she make her own clothes. Why the fuck do you give a damn about what a company that probably 90% of the clothes there you probably don't even like? You see what I'm saying? Why do you care about that? See, because like I used to get this a lot. And this is slightly change the subject, but not change the subject. Oh my god, this motherfucker multiplying. Anyway, like when Disney was messing up a lot of the Marvel stuff and everything. So when Little Mermaid came out with Halle Bailey, Halle Bailey. I didn't, number one, if Holly was getting the bag, if Watch Card got, I support everybody, every sister and brother getting the bag on their terms. However, I did have issues because how I look at race changing established characters, I look at that as a way to antagonize in some cases. Yeah, she's probably crazy. Hey, Jensen, she's probably crazy. I just can't keep it 100. But that's beside the point. But like, I think that's basically antagonizing, people and creating divides and stuff. Just because, like, think about this. I remember going to school with a lot of the girls who going to elementary school. I lived on both sides of the track, so every white chick in my school had either a Little Mermaid lunchbox or a Belle from Beauty of the Beast lunchbox. Now, in the Latina chicks had Aladdin stuff. They had a lot of Aladdin stuff. And the sisters shit, a lot of them shit. I mean, a lot of them had Little Mermaid, to be honest with you, too. I mean, everybody liked Little Mermaid, like the girls was. So, yeah, when I was in, but they adore, like, I to tell you how many redheads that appreciate that damn movie, like that was what's the mermaid name? Damn, anyway, like when the Little Mermaid, the costume came out, that was her. Was it Marielle? What is Little Mermaid? Ah, damn it! Ariel, yeah, I don't know why I say Marielle. Ariel. Yeah, a lot of little white girls. They want to be Ariel for Halloween and stuff, and the whole nine, right? So yeah, man, like I know a lot of them they had daughters wanting to watch it, and like, yeah, it's gonna be awkward. You creating a situation where, let's say a select few of those people, like I'm not gonna watch this. I'm gonna watch the original. I don't let my kids watch the original. I'm not gonna deal with that because they were already getting that backlash and everything. So I mean, just that's the type of stuff. Just separate the room. So like, if I would bring that up, like I bring that up to my wife, I bring that up to like other people, like other parents. So like, hey, I think that they really try to divide the room. I don't think that really works. How about creating a whole nother character? Like you created Tiana. That's a whole bunch of African proverbs you could use and make a fairy tale out of her. You didn't have no issue doing Moana. Why are you race swapping Ariel? That was my thing. Like, why are you doing that to create? I feel like you was trying to create some type of I don't know, some type of conflict with that. I mean, I know it sounds small as that, but like just a lot of times when you trying to create some type of discourse, you start small and stuff like, and then when people bring it up, they say, "Hey, why you care about that?" That's always been like the little trick. Oh, I mean, it starts with like I don't want to get in detail like how like the whole putting condoms in school. Next thing you know, now you're doing people counseling your kid to do transitions, stuff like that. It's always start small, and we have to just be on top of that. So that's why I'm kind of like, if I'm not, is this dumb like how they reacting to this this Sydney Sweeney thing? Like y'all kind of created all this dysfunction. Now when things go right, y'all blowing the gasket,
They want their customers to look like.
Can Sydney Sweeney stop appealing to the incel market? It's getting annoying.
Wait. Attractive women appeal to incels? Okay.
She just did an ad with American Eagle, which is a clothing company basically known for their jeans. It kind of starts with her zipping up her clothes and the camera moving up her body. It is Sydney Sweeney. She's very attractive. And she's narrating. Genes are important. They discover things like skin color, eye color, and hair color.
Yeah.
Odd. The camera makes it up to her face, and she says, "My genes are blue," as the camera zooms in on her blonde hair and blue eyes. Not to sound like a lib here or anything, but like if you watch the commercial, it does kind of feel like their Third Reich posted.
So first and foremost,
this is the reason why I say that, like, this is the reason why I keep saying that you're going to have like a rise of like, basically another Adolf like Nazi thing. It's because they call everything that. Everything is like Nazis.
This is what happens when you constantly call everything racist. You constantly talk about everything, and you can't like. That's why I kind of scoff at the whole can't really be around white folks. This I mean, I always talking about this. I'm like, dude, we gotta save that card. Like, that racist people. Yes, it's racist people, but it's all you always want to. I feel like this. Save it for when it matters. Real racists will show you who they are. When you start doing stuff outside of what they believe you're supposed to be doing, that's when you see them. That's when you deal with that. You don't necessarily have to always like. Look, I talk to everybody the same way, pretty much with intelligence and respect to a point until they take it there. So when you leave with respect, like a lot of stuff gets pushed aside. Like I've talked to people that was like flat out racist. Everybody, man, you don't talk to them. I said, nah, you know what? I'm gonna go talk to them. I want to see where that motherfucker at. Because like I want to know my enemy. If this is a potential enemy, I would like to know where he coming from. I don't want to be over here thinking this, and going by what other people said. The next thing you know, this person's cool, and they just had a bad experience with them because like maybe that dude's a bitch ass motherfucker trying to pull some shit. Because you got a lot of people that's whole all skin folk ain't kin folk. We gotta I'm a trust to verify with a nigga in a lot of cases, So like a lot of times, like somebody would say that. Like matter of fact, this is what got me. This is a crazy story. At when I was at this high school, right? It was like predominantly white, but it was a lot of brothers there. It was a lot of my family members there. I didn't know till later on, and it was this one dude that hang out with nothing but the brothers, right? White dude, but he always like had Confederate flag stuff on. So me from the hood, I'm like, I'm confused. I'm like, you hang out with nothing but brothers? You got Confederate flag stuff on? Then turn around, he was dating a sister, a fine sister at that. You know what I mean? One of the hurdlers at high school did 110. 90 and 110, meter, I bet say millimeter race and stuff. Fine. So I'm confused. I'm confused as hell, right? Like, y'all not checking this dude or whatever. Then I just say, I'm gonna go and talk to this motherfucker and just see where his mind at. Cause I was just curious, like, what the fuck's going on? Like, nope. So I talked to him like, shit. Come to find out, like, his family was like connected to Sam Houston away, family wise. And if you know anything about Sam Houston, like they were he was an abolitionist, but he was just down here in Texas. Like a lot of things we know about the Civil War, we ain't really been told everything about. Like there was a lot of like think about the free state of Jones. There was a lot of disgruntled Confederate soldiers because like they felt like they were fighting a war for these rich motherfuckers who got slaves. And a lot of them had to go do the sharecropping and all that stuff themselves too to make ends meet. So they had a little resentment, And like Tennessee was one of the few states in the South that was kind of split on that and everything. They had a one side was like the same with Missouri. I mean the whole Missouri Compromise. That's how we don't have to talk about that. That's how the Civil War even got to a point in like bloody Kansas, the whole nine. But like it wasn't unanimous in the South about fucking slavery, which is crazy. So me being young, I didn't really know that. So just peeping game, I was like, then I'm seeing how he moved. I was like, okay. Maybe I was over here being prejudiced because I saw that goddamn flag. So it kind of, I've grown to like actually just before I react to somebody, they and in some cases, if they wear certain things or have certain type of tattoos, something like that, okay, my guard is gonna be up. Like if I see somebody with clover leaves and all that stuff. Okay, or thunderbolts or something like that. I'm like, okay, my guard up. I'm gonna be respectful until it goes to another level because this motherfucker could be reformed or whatnot. But my guard is gonna be up on that situation because they might be with that shit. It is what it is. So I mean, I think that's where a lot of this come from. Like, it's a lot of prejudging going on. It's a lot of it's just a lot. People complain about this. They probably got a lot of insecurities going on in their life. Be honest with you.
Everything is Hitler. Like, if everything is Hitler and everything is Nazis, whenever you have people that are actually Hitler and actually Nazis, people are going to be so fatigued from listening to that, oh, this is Nazis, these are Nazis. Like, it's crazy. They're not even going to be paying attention whenever it actually happens.
Y'all, the ad is apparently supposed to be her selling jeans, but like if you watch it, you don't get the vibe that that's what she's selling, like at all. So for starters, right, the ad that I've seen, because again, I'm not sure if there's multiple, I don't even need to see multiple though, but the ad that I've seen, it's so creepy and it's so obvious that they're trying to promote eugenics. Like, and I think again, this all goes to like my apparently too woke theory that conservative media is literally overtaking like the entire like media atmosphere.
Now you know how I feel. I had to deal with this shit for 10 years. Yeah, exactly.
Look, man. The reality is sex sells. And this is why I say I really would like if American Eagle go find them a fine sister and just blow these people heads up. I say these people because I don't relate to our skin folks ain't kin folk. You know what I mean? This advertisement is the least of my worry. My big worry right now is getting my YouTube monetized. I won't be 100, y'all. That's my big worry. And finding ways to make the bag at work and everything. Not at work, but like in general, just to invest in everything and have a future for my family and whatnot. The least of my worries is what American Eagle ad campaign is, because like, how's that gonna change my life? Let's say they say, well, this is what we mean. I just started going to American Eagle to buy stuff. Like, I'm 41 right now. I have not bought American Eagle thing for 35 years of my life. So if they were on that time, and they said it was on that time, and they double down and say, they do the Tommy Hilfiger route, okay, they stand on it. I could do 35 more years of not buying a product if that was that time they own. But are they on that time? I don't think so. I think they just trying to they placating. They run one to antagonize y'all and make controversy so people get their ass up to the mall and go buy it. Because there's more people that would laugh at y'all than y'all know. So that's my angle on it. Like, to me, marketing wise, antagonizing y'all is probably the best marketing push every company could do. If they sit back and just I ain't gonna say don't go super crazy on this. Don't actually, if I start seeing, if they start doing the yay thing, okay, that's a little crazy. But as in just saying, oh, we could kind of bug them just by doing regular stuff, which you can. That makes sense. Make some money out these folks. Montage your haters.
So I'm switching the lighting because it's making my concealer look so light. And I promise y'all it is not that light. I promise you. Anyway.
I love how she even recognizes the irony of what she's doing, but she has to address it in the video because it's so ridiculous.
It'll blend out, I promise you. I know what I'm doing.
And I guarantee you she shops at American Eagle. She shops at American Eagle.
Anyway, so yeah, like when you see it, like it's just like a eugenics campaign.
That's obviously.
And another thing, if a brother came and tried to holler at her, she probably gonna scoff too.
What it is?
Like, of course you're gonna say that the blonde hair, blue-eyed girl has great genes, and people are trying to say, oh, it's just a reference to her big boobs. Okay, yeah. Like I'm sure it's also a reference to that, but let's also like.
So you agree?
100% sure at the same time that two things can be true at once. So it's also about literally the fact that she's a white blonde girl.
Yeah. So you see that, you heard that. Now again, what is this all about? Well, it's about the fact that they're losing the culture war, right? They are upset that an American company can openly, in their eyes, advertise to white people, right? Because they're basically trying to say... It's
not even advertising to white people. It's like, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of black guys and, Hispanic guys and Indian guys that see that and they're like, all right, I'm going to get American Eagle. That sounds really good. This is not just for white people.
Can you please just hear me out? No, all work management platforms.
Yeah. You know what? If she did have a book, honestly, not true. I would have this would be the funniest thing. Here you go. Let's work this out. Get SZA in American Eagle thing, and have them like rolling in the Mustang together with the jeans, and just see how the internet just blows up because everybody gonna be so bothered by sexy women. God forbid us looking at
the same. Monday.com is the one you'll actually love.
This is fascist, Nazi.
Yeah.
Why? Okay.
It's propaganda, right? Sydney Sweeney has great jeans, which I mean she does. In that commercial, I thought that the jeans were very nice jeans. But if they just so happen to be talking about genetics, I think that she has great jeans as well too. When you talk about that, I mean, I can think of a couple.
That's the reason why they did it.
Big reasons, right? In regards to why she has great jeans that should be pretty obvious, right? I think everybody can agree. Sydney Sweeney does have great jeans. To me, it doesn't matter what those reasons may or may not be because being white and blonde, right, having blue eyes, that doesn't mean that you have bad jeans. Right. Just like
that's what these people try to push. Right. That's clearly what it is that they would have no problem with somebody going and saying that if that person shared the attributes that they have. But when a person who doesn't share those attributes says it, now it's problematic. This is the reason why I think a lot of people don't respect this kind of stuff. It's because it's completely one dimensional. It's not really about any sort of an ideology. I mean, it's just, again, erasing and replacing people that they think are problematic with people that they don't. It's just that simple.
Being black means you have bad genes, or being Asian means you have bad genes. Like, even if they mean that because she's white, she has good genes, why is that controversial, right? Mm-hmm. Especially considering how we just lived through 4 years of blackity black, 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 and black, right? Everything is great, right? If it's black, black is beautiful.
I gotta do this.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, black, I'm blacker than black, yo, because I'm black and I'm back. Yo, I'm black and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blickety.
I had to do that. All right, go.
Or problematic with people that they don't. It's just that simple.
Being black means you have bad genes, or being Asian means you have bad genes. Like, even if they mean that because she's white, she has good genes, why is that controversial, right? Mm-hmm. Especially considering how we just lived through 4 years of blackity black, 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 and black, right? Everything is.
Gotta do it again. I'm sorry. You gotta do it one more time.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, black, I'm blacker than black, yo, because I'm black and I'm back. Yo, I'm black and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blickety.
It's great, right? If it's black, black is beautiful, right? Okay.
They've been saying this forever. Like, and again, there's plenty of people that are attractive. Like, I don't know. I mean, you go look at my Instagram following, you'll see that I'm not a racist. Okay. And so the fact is, like, in every guy, by the way, 95% of guys are like me.
We've spent the past 4 or 5 years celebrating blackness.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with this company. Not even saying it. Like, they're not even, they're saying it, but they're not really saying it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not even being overt about it. Okay. They're like, okay, a wink and a nod, right? She got nice jeans. Basically, the whole point of the advertisement is for people to read into it the way that they want to read into it, right?
It's intentionally provocative. It is, of course.
Pretty genius, okay, which is part of the reason why the stock has skyrocketed.
Because like, and to answer your question, Genesis One, this might have been the most controversy American Eagle has had on their own accord. Because like it was a controversy because like people were like, oh, it's not made for us. Oh, you need to accept us. It's all I need. You know what? I need y'all to accept us, and you need to change your style because I don't feel comfortable about that whole line of thinking just fucked up. Because like, here's the thing. Y'all will sit up here and complain about how watered down hip hop has became and all this because people want to appeal to a wider audience and whatnot, and it does the water down the product in some cases. Some cases it doesn't. A lot of us just listen to what's on the radio, on TV, or what somebody tell us instead of going to research and find something that we actually rock with. That's another story. But like, they'll be the main ones complaining about that, complaining about gentrification stuff, but then want to go to American Eagle and complain about them not having their size. You can't have it both ways. That's my point. Like, it's like this. Like, I'm a type of person. Even when, like, let's say I went to a restaurant and about to have a hamburger. If their hamburger is appealing to me the way it is, I'm not taking nothing off it. I'm gonna enjoy that hamburger the way it is if I want to fuck with it. I'm not gonna fuck with a hamburger. I'm not gonna go get a hamburger and be like a cheeseburger or whatever and be like, hey, change this, this and that, and this and this and that. Why the hell you order that cheeseburger if that's the case? It's people that think like that, like, hey, I need I don't like mayonnaise. I don't like onions. I don't like jalapeno. Everything the whole burger will have everything they don't like, but they'll take everything off of it. So what's the point of ordering a burger? That's my point with this. Like, if they not marketing towards you, why do you feel like you need to be included in that? Nobody can make that make sense to me. I can understand, like, if they if they were included with let's say it was Fat Farm, for example. And Fat Farm was marketed towards hip hop. It was marketed towards the black community, urban community, whole nine. And then next thing you know, they pulled this type of advertisement. I could understand their argument better in that scenario because we're gonna be like, hold up, Fat Farm was our stuff. Why are you doing this? Makes sense. American Eagle was never marketed just strictly towards us. It was marketed towards it was to certain demographic. And honestly, the truth, it's even divided between like what type of white folks was like it was marketed towards. Because like if you talk to a skater white boy, they not rocking American Eagle unless it's unironically. They probably going to the thrift store. That's probably where they get American Eagle. They go to the thrift store, they go into like a skater shop or whatnot. So you got them, you got folks that's in like the white folks that's really gothic. You got the punk rock cats. You got the metal cats. Some people that's in see a lot of EDM when I was growing like in the 99 2000s type stuff. Exactly, Genesis. But this not even marketed to all white folks. Like it's like American Eagle was when I was in 99 2000s. That was considered the preppy the dude that had his family got boat. They got a lake house. They go in the country and hunt type shit. They going to the beach. They going to South Padre or fucking Gulfport or Galveston or something on a once a weekend, once a month or some shit. Them type of cats are going to the lake and stuff. It's like a lot of them cats that got lake. They family got lake house. That's what it was marketed towards. Go look at the advertisements. Them Abercrombie and Fitch. Abercrombie and Fitch though legit. They got big in World War II, but that's another story. They used to be a hun, mostly like a hun apparel stuff. Then they switched up, kind of like how I ain't gonna say Hollister. Which one? Cartwright is like that. That was mostly like Cartwright and like Dickies. Like Dickies is based here, and it was like Dickies was never supposed to be like the gang apparel type stuff. Like it was mostly work clothes, like. Because you can go look at where Dickies at and where it was located. Like when the first Dickie places were open, it was right around all the cattle ranch and stuff, and all the machinery, the granary thing. Because it's literally like 10 minutes away from where I'm at right now. But like, what I'm saying is like American Eagle was even marketed to every white person. So to make this about race is just fucking idiotic.
It did. Wow. What a surprise.
Ad campaign dropped.
That's crazy.
Eagle got a big boost. But again, what these people are really mad about is that American Eagle, they're not advertising like this anymore. Right?
No, bro. Do you want to know why they're not advertising like this? Is because nobody wants to look like that.
Do you play League of Legends?
Yeah, I don't.
Microsoft has a brand new way to get Riot points.
That's the real reason. Nobody wants to try to go and look like that. And so and it's not about the skin color. That's like such a low IQ opinion. It's the skin color. Nah, bro, it's not the skin color. All right. It's your face, it's your body shape, and it's your size. All right. That's what it is.
Yep.
They're not advertising to the higher calorie woke women of America, right?
Good one.
They're not doing this anymore. Okay. This is from 2019. Okay. Went from 2019 to them doing this, right?
High calorie woman is a crazy description. I just want to let that be out there. Matter of fact, I think I need to drop the link again. Hey, Phoenix, if you in the chat, pin it for me. If y'all want to come up.
Also, on top of that, they were doing this.
Right. American Eagle ads. Yeah, they had no problem with this. And again, why did they have no problem with this? Well, the reason why is because it's representing people that don't make them feel insecure. It has nothing to do with any ideology at all.
This is what they were putting out there, right? They went from this and this to this, right? I think,
and they're going hog wild over it. I can see why. I can. It's all about them. And this is one thing that if in order to understand, God, this is going to sound so bad. I'm going to say it. In order to understand most of the complaints that a lot of these fat people have, you have to understand that they are some of the most selfish people on the entire fucking world. They are selfish, gluttonous, greedy, and they only want what they want. That's it. And so in order to understand why they're doing something, you have to reverse engineer what are they getting out of it? How are they getting something out of this? And if you can figure that out, then everything else is going to make perfect sense.
Like, if these folks, a lot of these folks who's complaining about this, poverty, have acceptance, they have issues with acceptance. Okay, I got you. Hold up, let me I got you. All right, it's pinned. Oh man, my contact's bothering me. By the way, before I was doing this, KB was going off earlier. I was doing doing some yard stuff. Because we had we had a situation in the front yard we had to take care of. But yeah. So I got a opinion if y'all want to come up.
No self-control? Yeah, so clearly, right?
Great. America's back, right? America is
back. See a TikTok saying is Nazi propaganda. Yeah, I'll look at a few of them on Twitter after this. After that, there's other things I want to complain about too today. This is how you market to a male audience? Yeah, no, I understand this. And also, that's the other thing too, is that this ad wasn't for you. It wasn't.
That's a good point. See, here's a lot of stuff. What they would do, like they'll make something like, for example, Captain Marvel. Like if y'all ever seen like the Captain Marvel I know. Oh, what's up, SJ? All right. This is Captain Marvel I know. All right, let me go back. Like, this is the uniform she had and the whole nine, right? Like, this is the Carol Danvers. If they had Brie look like that, more people would be like, hey, keep Brie as Captain Marvel, right? But they'll sit up here and be like, well, Captain Marvel wasn't made for you. You know what I mean? Captain Marvel wasn't made for you. Why do you care about that movie? Why do you care about comic book movies so much? They'll say that whole gaslighting, like that little bullshit. Why do you care so much? I'm like, man, all right, look, we see this bullshit. What are you doing? Now, ain't fun when the rabbit got the gun. Now they crying. So technically, this advertisement wasn't made for your high calorie ass.
Wasn't for the fat women that want to, feel good about their size, and so they put another fat woman in jeans on there. This is an advertisement for guys, and also girls that want to be attractive to guys.
Okay, I love it.
Yeah.
Right, I love it. Okay, there's nothing wrong with using skinny white women, right? In advertisements.
Yep.
I'll just say it. I don't think I want to see this, right? I don't want to see this.
I don't think anybody, like, by the way, like if they had done like Halle Berry in this commercial instead of Sydney Sweeney, I feel like nobody would have fucking complained. Number one. And
you know what? I will prove his point on that point. And I'm sorry, y'all ladies. I'm going to. Okay, Pinky losing weight. That's weird. All right. I want to apologize beforehand, but this is for the homies, man. It's for the homies. Let me find it. Let me find it. It should be almost there. Hold up. I got a lot of fucking. There you go. See, if they hold up, let me Halle Berry did that commercial. No, we were all love it. We were still love it. It wasn't being nothing about race. They'd be like, God damn, Halle Berry's out here. Little Mermaid on came up. You know. So he got a point.
And number two, nobody would have gotten mad on the other side either. It's just, it's not even true.
This does not appeal to the male gaze. Yes, advertising.
The Beyonce?
When they're advertising clothes for women, yes, they should appeal to the male gaze. Yes, exactly. That's what they should be doing. I don't know why they ever got away from it, right?
Yeah.
Why did they ever decide to pull away from it? Because this has always worked in this country, right?
It
if you want to
always
sell
will.
something, okay, this has
still does. Like this is why I said before, right? Is that you can look at the top 100 male streamers and you're going to see some weird, ugly looking dudes.
Excuse me, who looks fake to you? Shay, who looks fake to you? You talking about? Hey, us got you, Sydney. This is why I hold her in high regard. Real shit. Oh, Holly. Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. All right, Holly. Man, Haley. After she grown after that Little Mermaid stage, and but look, it might something ain't a wire getting crossed somewhere. She could snap on somebody real quick. Chloe like she could play some spades. She'll play spades. She'll be a good spade partner. You know what I mean? You know you. Okay. Look at the Android. What the fuck? An Android? Okay. All right. I'll let you have that one.
You can look at the top 100 female streamers, and every single one of them is above average attractiveness. Every single one. That's it. That's just the way it is. That's the way it is. And you might not like it, but you look at where the numbers are, and that's what the numbers be.
No, women lie, men lie, numbers don't. And he's right about that. Like, hot women sell a lot of things. Like, Budweiser would not be Budweiser without hot chicks drinking Budweiser. I know you are. That's why I'm laughing. Yeah, that's why. Android 18 and shit. That's crazy. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. But that's about it on that story, man. Because I think that's pretty much done. So this was released today. Hold on, I didn't mean to do that. Let me do this and share this. CB3, check this out. You might want to get ready. I know you got the kid and stuff. Put some money back. Be ready for this. It's come out October.
Come on, break your fucking face tonight.
Oh yeah.
Almost there. Contact! Fire! I think you better quit. Brother, you actual. We're taking heavy fire. Request immediate support.
Oh, Firestorm was mad ass. Yeah. Yeah, I want to be 100, y'all. The beta come out next week. I have a decision to make. Do I play the beta or play Madden? And I feel like I need to play the beta. I need to stream the beta on my gaming channel. I really feel that way. I need to work at the kinks. And this game come out October 10th. And it's a holiday week. Dude, y'all understand? Like, I'm a Battlefield dude. Like COD is cool, you know what I mean? But Battlefield is where my heart was at. Like I remember gaming with my kinfolk, and he was in a clan with like it was porn stars that played that game. Like that game, like PC gaming wise, that was the epitome of PC gaming. Like people sit down, I'm talking about all nighters, and you wouldn't people you wouldn't expect. So, like, I'm hyped for that. I'm legit hyped for that game. I'm not gonna sit up in front with you. The beta does come out next week, the 7th, which is, you know, it's crazy. My oldest go to school back. I'm off that day, and she going back to school on that day, so I get to have all that time with that game. Yeah, man, I can't wait. I can't fucking wait. What up, Cutting Edge? Man, I hope like Rodney and them get down on that game too, man. Because I was watching Levercab, watching all the Battlefield type of dudes playing that stream, like big time YouTubers. I'm talking about millions of subscribers, like probably like 20 million subscribers all together within their channel. They went to the actual Battlefield event in LA. So yeah, that was a crew. Let me see. All right, here's another thing. Let's talk about the modes.
In Battlefield, you and your squad will be battling it out across a world drowning in turmoil. A world filled with epic battles for you to partake in.
Look at the destruction. It's crazy. Like literally the whole building falling apart.
All our spaces are built for the experience you want as a player. Whether that's intense, close quarters infantry combat, or large-scale warfare with tanks, choppers, and jets. So let's start with where you'll be battling it out.
Battlefield 6 will take you all over the globe, from Egypt and Gibraltar to Tajikistan and the streets of Brooklyn in the US. At launch, we'll have 9 maps, including a remake of the classic Operation Firestorm from Battlefield 3,
Operation Battlestorm. A lot of bets been settled in that goddamn map. For real.
Gibraltar is built to be up close and personal. Smaller urban areas designed to support close quarters combat. Egypt is all about infantry and land vehicles. While Tajikistan boasts scale, with epic settings that capture our all-out war experience. Then there's Brooklyn, bringing the best of both scale and close quarters combat.
All of these maps are built to support any of our variety of modes with custom layouts that we call combat zones that have been rigorously play-tested and iterated to ensure a thrilling, authentic battlefield experience.
Y'all want to hear something crazy? I played, I was in the labs on this one. I went to the, did a Battlefield Lab alpha stuff a couple months back. It was on my PlayStation 5 though. So that's the reason why I'm hyped. Like this is legit.
No matter where you're playing.
Conquest. Breakthrough. Rush. Our all-out warfare trifecta of modes delivers moments you can't get in any other game. And with Battlefield 6, we're giving you more ways to play, all infused with Battlefield.
You can't do that shit on Call of Duty, man. I'm sorry. You just see he just blew up that whole fucking wild front side of the building. And they can't even hide them. No more camping.
It's DNA. Team deathmatch. Squad deathmatch. Domination. King of the Hill. In our newest addition to our all-out warfare experience called Escalation, where teams are pushed to a final climactic battle that we think our players will love. We've spent countless hours of playtesting these modes, both internally and alongside our Battlefield Labs participants, and working to refine them and make them feel true to Battlefield's brand of immersive warfare. You can expect more maps, modes, and events as part of our post-launch seasonal content that we'll be telling you about closer to release.
And with the return of Portal?
All right. That trick they did, we used to do that all the time on Battlefield 2, where you put C4 on the Jeep front, the windshield or whatever, and you'll drive and you'll dive out and set the C4 out and blow up the tanks. That was like a thing.
You can also build, share, and play your custom created experiences.
This new, more powerful version of Portal will enable creators to use an updated toolset that features editing tools that will let you create even wilder experiences. That's not all. In Portal's newly redesigned Verified mode, modifiers will allow players to set up hardcore rule sets with one-shot kills, closed weapons, and so much more, all with full progression and XP.
I like that.
With updates to our UI and navigation systems, it will be easier than ever to find and share exciting new experiences made with Portal. We can't wait to see what you create, share, and play.
That game looks crazy. I'm sorry, man. So, Battlefield was always a mixture of like simulation and some arcade, because like a lot of the like the flying mechanics, they can't, like the jets can't fly as high as they usually would fly in a real wartime settings, because like it's kind of OP. Like a F-22 would never fly that low like that. It's a air domination fighter. But like that's the way they balance it out. But like The gunplay, man, yeah, that's simulation damn near. So yeah, it's crazy, man. I can't wait. So this a little bit of the gameplay. Somebody actually playing it.
All units, multiple enemies detected. Neutralize all targets.
Love the gameplay. I'll show a little bit, probably half of this. They playing squad. Charlie Intel, big time like Call of Duty, Battlefield. Oh yeah, another thing. When you're down, like let's say you get popped or whatever, and you down. That your teammate could grab you and get you to safety and revive you. So that's a good little updated thing they have on here. It's not like Warzone where you literally have to move towards them. You got popped. And the sound is crazy. I'm listening on headset.
I got you. Need a medic.
Look at that ass big. Also, another thing I noticed, let me go back. You see this? You can lean your gun, just like in COD, you can lean your gun right here to give you better stability. It's like a mount. So that's badass. They brought that being in. I just noticed that.
We've experienced an early setback. Rebuild and strike back.
I want to throw a grenade over there. I like the gunplay though. Gunplay look legit. That's another day. IGN got a gameplay review. So man, everybody got like it. It's crazy. Yeah, that might be sneaky game of the year type shit. If the launch is good, because the one thing about Battlefield though, they have had bad launches, like game launches, like release dates and stuff. Like that's the one thing I'm worried, because like this coming out in October. Okay, it's coming out in October, a month before Call of Duty Black Ops 7 come out. So I hope they got everything right. We won't have too much like bullshit with the launch, because they known for like having bad launches, but like a long shelf life on the game, as in like more the replay value. Like people still playing Battlefield 1. If y'all know what Battlefield 1 is, they did a World War I version of Battlefield. Like what you just saw, They did it in World War One. Matter of fact, I can show y'all this real quick. You'll trip out. This came out a couple years ago.
Come on! Hey, use your minds, you're gonna get us all killed! Edward's behind!
Yeah, this in game too.
We can't change the world. Let me boy!
This game, hey, what's crazy? What's crazy? The game still look good, like legit, still fire. If y'all never played Battlefield 1, like man, like that's still this one good development, man, works. Yeah, you rode horses on that motherfucker. You did. Like they had all the old school guns on there. Like my favorite gun on there was that fucking Ross. Like the Ross sniper rifle. That was my. The Ross was my favorite sniper. Ross and the what was it? Yeah, Ross is definitely. That was basically a Lee Enfield. Not Lee Enfield. Was it Lee Enfield? It was a Canadian version of Lee Enfield. Man, that was my gun on that game. I played it the other day, man. It just gave me so much joy. But my last story, man, like I got a little update on what's going on. Now we got like a senator got a bill out that will kind of prevent credit card companies from pressuring like Patreons and YouTube and all these little all the online stores from not blocking certain stuff. I let this video explain it. It's another Vera Black video. Shout out to Vera Black. She's live right now. Hey, she playing what's that game that just came out on Xbox? It's another Dark Soul type game.
Attack. Video games, books, paintings, films, music, and other creative works are legally considered forms of speech, and in the United States, expressive content, including artistic expression, are protected by the First Amendment. But it seems that credit card companies, banks, and payment processors feel that they are above these things. Now, in a key 2011 Supreme Court case, Brown versus the EMA, or Entertainment Merchants Association, the court ruled that video games are protected speech just like books or movies. This decision confirmed that the government cannot ban or restrict video games based on their content, but now we have to deal with feminist organizations such as Collective Shout nannying adults and going to credit card companies when companies like Valve do not listen to them and cave into their demands. They want our entertainment restricted, and that is why we need to sit here and fight back at every opportunity possible. And of course, we've been talking a lot about the video game industry recently, especially with something like Stop Killing Games, which doesn't necessarily have to do.
If y'all don't know what Stop Killing Games is, basically, since gaming is going away from the physical copy situation, there's a big push of companies will more likely like kill a game servers or whatnot, or they pretty much kill a game because shut down the servers and won't allow like third-party servers to open to keep the game alive or whatever. If it's like an online only game that like people don't pay like. But imagine this. Imagine like you've been playing World of Warcraft since the 2000s or whatnot, right? And they just decide, well, we're not going to support World of Warcraft anymore. We're going to shut down that. And you don't put pretty much thousands of dollars into that game. It's the reason why I never got into World of Warcraft. But you put like $1,000 worth of like subscriptions and just playing that game, you know what I mean? Playing that game for years and years and years on end. And they just decide, well, hey, we're shutting the servers down. We're not getting enough money for to keep them open and whatnot. So basically, all that money goes down the toilet, which honestly, not true, is probably going down the toilet anyway, because you're giving your money to play a video game that's been out since the 2000s. So, I mean, be that as it may, like that's what the whole movement of Stop Killing Games came in.
With the United States, but I think that it is still important. Everybody across the world discusses it because it is protecting us against the massive corporations in this industry. But now, on top of having our purchases potentially ripped away from us because a company does not feel like supporting a game in its servers anymore, we also have to worry about content that features adult themes being completely removed from platforms, regardless of where you are across the world. I have been talking a lot about the situation on the channel. It is something I am extremely passionate about, and I think everybody needs to be talking about, because I understand there are individuals out there who say, oh, they're just sex simulators. I don't particularly care about that, but censorship is a slippery slope. If you give companies an inch, they will take a mile, and it might be sex simulator games today, but in a week or a month or a year or a decade, it could just be any adult theme, gore, violence.
Yep.
We could see titles like The Witcher or Cyberpunk or Silent Hill removed from platforms.
Or better yet, if you don't have, like, you worry about not getting comedies. Like, these folks will be the same people complaining about raunchy comedy that's needed, you know? Like, we want to have something like this.
Ricky Bobby, today's big winner. A heck of a win for you today, but it seems as if you either win or crash the car trying to win.
Well, Dak, here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence, and nobody can hang with my stuff.
Or not even being developed anymore because they are considered too risky for these major companies. And while I and many other people do not like the idea of government interference in our entertainment, it's really coming down to, we need people to be protecting us. We need government officials to be discussing this situation, whether it is age verification on platforms like Spotify, or you have Microsoft requiring IDs and YouTube even requiring you to input your ID if it's AI determines you could potentially be under the age of 18. They are taking a lot of very questionable moves right now, and they think they can get away with it. I, of course, like many other people, am going to sit here and fight back against these. And in the case of Stop Killing Games, I know a lot of people are very weary because it could involve a government.
One pause. They bringing back the NBA on NBC theme song. Thank you, NBC. I just saw the advertisement. I almost had a tear in my eye. I got to rewind this a little bit.
They are taking a lot of very questionable moves right now, and they think they can get away with it. I, of course, like many other people, am going to sit here and fight back against these. And in the case of Stop Killing Games, I know a lot of people are very weary because it could involve a government, but ultimately we are left with very few options. And right now there is actually a bill under review that could prevent credit card companies from actually blocking adult games on Steam. It says earlier this month, Steam amended its publisher guidelines to prohibit content that may violate the rules set by credit card companies such as Visa and MasterCard. Dozens of adult games were soon purged from the platform. A group called Collective Shout later claimed responsibility, stating that it had pressured payment processors directly to take action after Steam failed to respond. Of course, they are doing this under the guise of protection, and they are claiming that this is to protect women and girls and children, but ultimately...
Yeah, we talked about that. Let's see, we'll get to the bill part.
of course, that's not going to work with gamers because we know the truth, even if they don't want to admit it. It says fans have since launched petitions and called credit card companies out directly in hopes of stopping future purges. But interestingly, a bill is already under review right now that concerns this very problem.
Yeah.
Republican Senator Kevin Cramer introduced a bill into the congressional record on February 4th earlier this year, before Steam had even amended its guidelines, which seeks to place restrictions on certain banks, credit unions, and payment card networks if they refuse to do business.
So another thing with that, that's a direct shot at how, because like back when Sargon of Akkad and a couple more YouTubers and stuff, they started getting canceled on Patreon, and Patreon wasn't necessarily doing the canceling. It was like the MasterCards, the Visas, I think even like banks and stuff was like debanking people. So what this bill initially does, it forces the credit card companies and like the payment, they can't discriminate. It basically established that you can't discriminate who have business with you or not, which honestly, not true, is pretty much needed in some. Because here's my thing, right? Sunlight is the greatest disinfectant, right? Like if there's some type of business that's setting up abhorrent stuff when it comes to, like, let's say they doing like racist stuff or whatever, it's gonna be shown, and then that's when society will dictate what happens to that company or not. They're more likely to get shamed out of business, or whoever wear that stuff will be shamed because it'll be considered like taboo. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, a lot of companies won't survive the public scrutiny if they like was mainstream and turn around like it may, you know, we just talked about it with like the American Eagle situation. Like if it's something abhorrent, if they pull a yay, they're gonna everybody gonna call them out. So you don't have to have you know, the whole protest towards the payment. The payment people don't even have to do nothing like that. It's gonna solve itself, you know.
With a person who complies with the law. All of the content that is on Steam and itch.io that is being censored currently is legal content. It is ultimately protected. Even if you personally do not agree with the contents of these games, it is legal. And so they are really just, of course, saying we don't care about people's protections and people's freedoms. We just care about protecting our own brand and image. That's really what it boils down to here. And if passed, the bill would protect against banks being able to impede otherwise lawful commerce and thereby achieving certain public policy goals. In other words, credit card companies would likely no longer be able to refuse service to developers as long as what they are selling is legal, which means that companies like Visa and MasterCard would no longer be able to demand storefronts such as Steam and Itch remove adult games due to pressure from political entities, which would be an amazing thing. Again, I know that when we're talking about government interference in our entertainment, people become very weary, but at this point, there are only so many things that could happen. I do not want all of my entertainment ripped away from me and censored due to political entities.
So the libertarian standpoint is like, that's a private entity in the whole nine. However, the issue I do have with that, right, is that they consider that's like a utility company denying you service because they found out that you said something bad on the internet. I don't think anybody would like be cool with that. You know what I mean? I don't think everybody would be like, yeah, they pay the bill. You got to turn their stuff back on. Like, I haven't heard any situations in that stream, but essentially that's like MasterCard. Like they got monopoly. I ain't gonna say they got monopoly because you still got like the Stripes and you still got like. You got new companies popping up left and right. However, in mainstream, they pretty much got Visa and MasterCard pretty much got a monopoly when it comes to like the debit card situation. Because I don't think there's a lot of Discover debit cards. I know American Express debit cards exist, but majority of your banks use like either Discover, Visa or MasterCard. That's just the way it is, especially on the debit side. So they kind of got a monopoly just on that loan just be pumped through the banks. So hold up.
He's saying that it is bad and not actually giving people the full context and gaining support because of that. So I think that we do need to sit here and pay attention to this and actually give it our support. And of course, there are ways to voice directly your concerns to Visa and MasterCard. I've been talking about that quite a lot in a few videos. There are several threads and ones that I will link down below that talk about it, but they are required to have ethics phone lines so you can actually contact them and tell them basically what you're thinking and how you're feeling. By law, financial institutions like Visa and MasterCard must have to have a hotline for integrity, ethics, and compliance complaints. The trending concerns are then raised and delivered to the board of directors and become available to.
So it's basically talking about how to voice your concerns and stuff. Shout out to my man Savage. I mean, showing this and stuff like this. Definitely like we need to pay attention to this because usually they attack gamers first before any policy. Like a lot of the gender situation started in the gaming sector. A lot of stuff about toxicity and all this stuff. It started in the gaming sector. Like we literally the front line of all this stuff. Like the same people who were. Same people who are getting scrutinized. Like most of your gamers are gonna be apolitical. All they want to do is go home after work. I'm talking about your regular game. I'm not talking about these motherfuckers who play 12 to 18 hours a day. That's number one in the world. That's the top percent. But like I'm talking about your regular Joe gamer. You just want to go home, probably turn on Call of Duty or the college football, some type of sports game, and just want to relax. However, and sometime I want to say like 2012, 2013, that's when I first started seeing, I've really started seeing like the push for like censoring, you know what I mean? The push for like censoring stuff, doing that craziness, and technically that's part of why we got the president we have now, is because they start pushing so hard, and then a lot of them cats mobilize and they push so hard that situations like this happen. The fuck? Well, I thought I heard something. My bad. I thought I heard something in the backyard. So that's pretty much all I got. Fish fries gonna be tomorrow. I saved all the T apps, the shenanigans, and the I got a lot of lifestyle stuff tomorrow. If y'all want to show up, I mean the link will be open. It'll be pretty much an open chat with a lot of like lifestyle stuff. That's all I got, man. Like, share, subscribe. Appreciate everybody showing up, and that's it. Y'all take care.